Picture a world where one voice could stop time, where thousands of fans, mostly young women, would scream, cry, faint, not for a rock star, but for a man in a perfectly tailored suit. That man was Frank Sinatra, a name that didn't just dominate music, it defined an entire era. But here's the shocking truth behind that smooth voice, behind the charm, behind the tuxedo, was a life filled with power struggles, scandals, heartbreak, and whispers of dangerous connections. This wasn't just the story of a singer. This was the story of fame at its most seductive and most destructive. Born in the rough streets of Hoboken, Sinatra wasn't supposed to become a legend. He wasn't rich. He wasn't powerful. He didn't even have formal music training. But what he did have was a voice that felt like it was speaking directly to your soul. And in a world recovering from war, that voice became a symbol of hope. By the 1940s, Sinatra had become the first true pop superstar. Girls called themselves Bobby Soxers and followed him everywhere. His concerts turned into emotional chaos. Police had to control crowds. It was Beatlemania, before the Beatles even existed. But fame came at a cost. Behind the spotlight, Sinatra's life was spiraling. His relationships were messy. His temper was explosive. His career suddenly collapsed. The same world that once worshipped him turned its back on him. Hollywood doors closed. Music labels lost interest. And for a moment, the greatest voice in America was almost forgotten. Then came the comeback, one of the greatest in history. From near ruin, Sinatra rose again, stronger, darker, more powerful. He reinvented himself, not just as a singer, but as a cultural force. Movies, music, Las Vegas. He conquered them all. But with power came rumors, dangerous rumors. Whispers of connections with the mafia. Late-night meetings. Political influence. A man who didn't just sing about power, but may have lived inside it. Was he just a performer? Or was he something much more complicated and much more dangerous? This is not just the story of fame. This is the rise, power, and dark side of Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was born in 1915 in Hoboken, a tough immigrant neighborhood where survival mattered more than dreams. And from the very beginning, his life carried the mark of struggle. As he was born during a difficult delivery that left scars on his face, scars he would carry for life, both physically and emotionally. Growing up as the son of Italian immigrants, he was surrounded by a world of hard work, street politics, and ambition, and although he showed little interest in school, there was something inside him that couldn't be ignored, a quiet but powerful obsession with music, especially after hearing Bing Crosby, whose smooth, effortless style would inspire Sinatra to believe that singing didn't have to be loud to be powerful, it could be intimate, personal, almost like a conversation, and that idea would later revolutionize the music industry forever as Sinatra began performing in small clubs, struggling to find recognition, facing rejection after rejection, until he finally got his break with bandleader Harry James and soon after with Tommy Dorsey, where his voice began to capture national attention. His ability to hold notes with unmatched control and emotion made him stand out, and by the early 1940s, he wasn't just a singer, he was a phenomenon, creating scenes of hysteria wherever he performed, young fans screaming and fainting, something the world had never seen before, making him arguably the first modern pop idol. But fame came fast, and it came dangerously. As Sinatra left Dorsey's band to go solo, a move that shocked many and sparked rumors that his release from the contract may have involved pressure from powerful figures, rumors that would follow him for the rest of his life, and as his solo career exploded, so did his personal life. His marriage to Nancy Sinatra Sr. began to crumble as he fell deeply in love with Hollywood actress Ava Gardner, a relationship that was passionate, chaotic, and destructive, filled with jealousy, fights, and emotional turmoil, becoming one of the most talked about romances in Hollywood. And while the public was fascinated, behind the scenes Sinatra was struggling. His career began to decline in the late 1940s. His voice lost strength. Record sales dropped, and suddenly the man who once ruled the industry found himself replaced by new stars. Facing rejection from studios and labels, he entered one of the darkest periods of his life, reportedly battling depression and even contemplating suicide. A shocking fall for someone who once seemed untouchable. But just when it seemed like everything was over, Sinatra made a decision that would change everything. He fought for a role in the film From Here to Eternity, despite strong resistance from Hollywood executives. And when he finally got the part, his performance was so powerful that it earned him an Academy Award, marking one of the greatest comebacks in entertainment history. And from that moment, Sinatra was reborn, no longer just a teen idol, but a mature, complex artist. His music took on deeper emotional tones. Albums like In the Wee Small Hours captured loneliness, heartbreak, and reflection in ways that resonated deeply with audiences. And as the 1950s turned into the 1960s, Sinatra became more than a singer. He became a symbol of power and sophistication, leading the famous Rat Pack alongside Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. Dominating Las Vegas with performances that defined an era, their shows were not just concerts, but experiences filled with humor, charisma, and an undeniable sense of cool. And yet, behind this glamorous image, controversy continued to grow as rumors of Sinatra's connections to organized crime figures persisted. Fueled by his friendships and alleged associations, stories of private meetings and influence spread through media and political circles, even linking him to major figures and raising questions about how much power he truly held beyond the stage. His involvement in politics, including support for John F. Kennedy, further added to his complex image as he moved between worlds of entertainment, politics, and alleged underground networks, creating a persona that was both admired and feared. And despite his success, his personal life remained turbulent. Multiple marriages, emotional struggles, and a relentless drive that often pushed people away. Yet through it all, his voice never lost its magic. Songs like My Way became anthems of individuality and resilience, reflecting Sinatra's own life philosophy, a refusal to conform, a determination to live on his own terms no matter the cost. And as the decades passed, he remained a dominant figure in music, influencing generations of artists, from jazz singers to modern pop icons, proving that true artistry transcends time. But even legends are not immune to the passage of time, and in his later years, Sinatra's health declined, his performances became less frequent, and the once unstoppable force began to fade. Until in 1998, the world lost one of its greatest voices, marking the end of an era. Yet his legacy continues to live on, not just in music, but in the idea of what it means to be a superstar, a figure who rises from nothing, conquers the world, faces downfall, and still manages to stand as a symbol of greatness, complexity, and contradiction. Because Frank Sinatra was never just a singer. He was a story of ambition, power, fame, and the price that comes with it. As you've just seen, the life of Frank Sinatra wasn't just about music. It was about power, pressure, fame, and the price of success. From the streets of Hoboken to becoming one of the most influential voices in history, his journey teaches us something very important. Fame can give you everything, but it can also take everything away. So here's something I want you to think about. In today's world, where social media can make someone famous overnight, Are we really ready for the pressure that comes with it? Sinatra didn't just fight competition. He fought loneliness, public judgment, broken relationships, and constant expectations. And even today, many celebrities are going through the same struggles, just in a different form. Take a moment and ask yourself, if you had everything: money, fame, power, would you be able to handle the emotional cost? Or would it slowly start to break you from the inside? Sinatra's story also reminds us of something deeper: reinvention. No matter how hard he fell, he came back stronger. When the world rejected him, he didn't quit. He changed himself. He evolved. And that's a lesson not just for artists, but for everyone watching this. So if you're going through a tough phase in life right now, feeling like things aren't working, remember this: comebacks are always possible. Sometimes, your lowest point is just the beginning of your strongest version. And finally, think about this. Legends like Frank Sinatra are remembered not because they were perfect, but because they were real. They made mistakes. They struggled. But they kept going. So tell me in the comments. Backhand index pointingite, do you think fame is a blessing or a hidden curse?